good, and one person can change that culture for the bad. So what we talk about all the time is that everybody in here matters, and that's our why. When we talk about the Berg way, the why is you matter. Everybody, every kid in here matters. They matter. Every parent, family member, you matter. And if we're all doing the right things and making above the line choices, then we know we're going to have a great culture. That's what we talk about. The A in Berg way, I'm going backwards, but the A in Berg way stands for act with a purpose. And what that means is you take school serious. You take the rules serious. That you go in and you every day you start on this line. Every day. And I think this is true whether you're a kid or an adult, it doesn't matter. Every day you wake up, you're on the line. And if you make a good choice, you just went above it. And another good choice, and another good choice, and another good choice. If you come in and you make a poor choice, now you're down here, but you can still always bump back up. So we always talk about there's a line every day, make choices, keep going above the line. Go as far above the line as you possibly can, whether that be in sports and music and how you treat your friends. That's act with a purpose. And then the W is we before me. My staff knows this. The people that I'm close to know this, that I'm 1,000% about serving others. 1,000%. And it is about putting others before yourself. And it's about the gratitude you have each day. And if you see somebody, in trouble, or you're hurting for the day, or needs some encouragement, go grab that person and say, hey, I got you. We're all right. And that's the W. So when you see the Berg way, the way stands for we before me, act with a purpose, and you matter. Because we feel if you do those three things, it's going to be a what? You guys know the answer. It's going to be a what? Yeah, so what do I say every day? You guys fill in the blank. And don't act like because they're here you can't say it. So first of all, I wake up and I say, hey, at the end of my announcements, I said, hey. Good. So I say, stay what's the second part? Yeah? You matter. And if we make above the line choices and we do that every day, then we will have a championship day. So when you see our hashtags, we talk about having a championship day every day. I want them to know they're champions. I want them to know that they matter in our school. So those are kind of what we talk about every day. We have our announcements. We talk about those every single day. And then just so you're aware, on Monday, your students, we meet and greet on Monday. We play a Bob Marley song, which is why you guys know the ukulele song. They would play a Bob Marley song, and they meet and greet. What's one thing I noticed about 5 years ago is kids don't know how to shake a hand. They don't know how to look people in the eye. They don't know how to speak to people. And that's why every single Monday, it's, if you go to church, it's like that. Everybody stands up, they greet each other, they greet their teacher, and that's how we start our Monday morning. Tuesday, what's Tuesday? Yeah, Trivia Tuesday. So we try to have some fun, play a little Jeopardy. And this year, our grand champion was Mrs. Gullett's homeroom. Last year, I believe it was Mrs. Prater's homeroom. So what we do is we send it out, and the kids and the teachers look up the answers. And sometimes it's about history, sometimes it's fun stuff. But that's our Tuesday. On Wednesday, we do Watch It Wednesday. So Watch It Wednesday is a video that ties into our culture. And, it's kind of a video to just promote positivity for the day. And then Thursday is, Thankful Thursday. And the kids actually email me what they're thankful for, and I announce it on the loudspeaker. They might be thankful for a friend, they might be thankful for a teacher, they might be thankful for a pastor, whatever. And I announce those gratitude moments. And then Friday we have Berg News. Why do I tell you what our announcements are? Because that's how we start the day. We want to start the day the right way. And we want our kids to get off to a good start. I will also say, if you stand in our hallway in the morning, and let's say an 8th grade kid gets off the bus, chances are that 8th grade kid will get greeted about 7 times before they get to their homeroom. That's another big part of us, is greeting kids constantly. So it kind of gives you a little snapshot of the day to start the day and what we talk about and what we try to reinforce. And today we get to honor those who have acted with the purpose. And that's why we're here today, okay? So thank you for that. And we'll go ahead and get started. And I'm going to have Mrs. Gullett do Mrs. Carell because she's having a grandbaby today. All right? So Mrs. Gullett, give it up for her.
Okay, I get the grand job of starting out and reading 2 classes, which is what every teacher wants to do, be up in front of, a crowd longer than they have to be. Just kidding. But I do feel like teachers are really comfortable speaking in front of students. Like we could do that all day long, but speaking in front of parents is a different ballgame. We have loved having your children. They are just a fantastic group. I know Mr. Eaton kind of took most of what I would have said when he introduced us, but I don't know, they were just the bright spot that we needed this year. We had a rough year, but these kids came in every day wanting to work for us, and I think the scores that Mr. Eaton shared with you to start really speak for themselves. I also believe we were maybe 20% above the state average in Ohio. So your kids are hard workers. They never quit. We work them hard. We work bell to bell. I mean, we have high expectations for them, but more than anything else, they're good to each other. And we don't always have a group from top to bottom that is good to one another, and they really are. I mean, they're just great kids. And, teachers look forward to summer break just as much, if not more, than the kids do, but this is a group that we will really miss. And I really hope you guys come back to see us because we will really miss seeing them and having them every day. All right, so for Mrs. Carell's homeroom, I'm going to start with the B honor roll. And if you guys will come up and get your certificate for me, and then just kind of line up here so everybody can see you, and then we'll clap at the end of each section. So for the B honor roll, we'll start with Olivia Raynard. Hang on. Okay, let's go back. Let's practice this one more time. I know it feels weird not to clap for her, but you can nod. We're gonna save our applause for when they're all up here with us. Just come over here. You start right here and then we'll keep going. McKinley Hooper. Kaylin Floyd. Grant Rollins. Jace Elrod. Oh, wait. That is my mistake. Okay, so we're gonna hold on Jace. This is Mrs. Carell's B honor roll. Now for Mrs. Carell's A average, we'll have Jace Elrod, Christopher Kahn, Jace Riggs, Olivia Wayne, Wesson Ruggles, you guys line up and I'll bring your certificates down, and Thomas Hinman, and that is Mrs. Carell's A average honor roll. And of course they mixed up who's where. And last, for the honor roll awards for Mrs. Carell's homeroom, we have the All A honor roll. And to be standing on this stage is an incredible achievement because I feel like 5th grade is really the first year that they are treated like middle school students and really challenged. So to receive a certificate is a great honor. The All A honor roll for Mrs. Carell's classroom is Xander Feeman, Ella Fink, Mark Glockner, Truett Noble, and Jet Thompson. Now we can give them a round of applause. know if anybody was taking a picture. Okay, one more round of applause for Mrs. Carell's homeroom. Okay, for the next award, this is a special award that will be given out for each homeroom. This certificate is given to one boy and one girl from each homeroom that represents the Berg Way. And Mr. Eaton did a great job of highlighting what that means. The we before me, act with a purpose, and you matter. This is exhibited in the highest regard. So to receive this award means that you were up against some tough competition because we really could have chosen multiple students for this award. For Mrs. Carell's homeroom, she has chosen for the Berg Way Award, Ella Fink and Weston Ruggles. All right, give them one more round of applause. All right, good job, guys. And Mrs. Carell's final award is academic related. She chose this year a Super Scientist Award. And we are not, the kids all instantly start, we're not really allowed to go too much into test scores yet, but this student also really knocked it out of the park on the science state test. I may just go ahead and put it out there. I think it was a perfect score. I have to say it. I'm sorry. But the Super Scientist Award this year goes to Mark Glockner. One more round of applause for Mark. Okay, and that concludes Mrs. Carell's homeroom, and I'm going to move into mine quickly because I have several reading awards. But to start, in my homeroom, I had one perfect attendance for the entire year, and that is Jackson Davis. Good job, Jackson. And I'm going to start with my B Honor Roll students. They are Harper Twynham, Reagan Delabar, Ross Irwin, and Becca Jenkins. All right, good job, guys. Give them one more round of applause. Teachers are the worst at following directions. Okay, for my A average honor roll for my homeroom, we have Liv Newsom, Brinley Mason, McKinley Artrip, Skylar Thompson, Cole Bays, Skylie Marsh, Lila Went, and that concludes my A average. feel like my homeroom knows that I don't like public speaking, so they tried to win as many awards as possible. To follow up with that, my all A honor roll, again, this is an extremely high achievement. Jackson Davis, Brindley Greenhill, Brody Hale, Lakin Hill, Taylor King, Easton Rucker, Jack Skeens, and those are my all A for the entire year. I think this is almost my entire homeroom. All right, give them one more round of applause, please. Okay, thank you guys. You can have a seat. For my Berg Way students, I'm going to make them sit down and then come back up here. This was an extremely difficult vote, because I feel like my entire homeroom honestly could have received this award, so I had to dig deep on, who shows those qualities day in and day out, and when it's not often easy to do so. So for the Boy Berg Way recipient from my homeroom, I chose Brody Hale. And my girl Berg Way recipient is Reagan Delabar. I don't think an unkind word has ever come from either of them. They're fantastic. Okay, give them one more round of applause. Good job, guys. All right, for my final award, I'm going to read this kind of quickly because I do have several. I do require accelerated reader in the 5th grade. I individualize it for each kid. We conference, we decide what they're comfortable with. Some of them increase their goal throughout the year. They want to challenge themselves. I don't think I had any that asked, well, maybe a couple that asked to go backward, but we don't do that typically. But with that being said, there is a lot of work in 5th grade, so to achieve 100 AR points for the 5th grade is a great accomplishment, so I want to recognize my readers. If you guys could all just line up, and then I'll give you your certificates and we'll take a picture. But my 100-point club for the 5th grade this year is Kellen Armstrong, Ava Kate Chamberlain, Alex Fannin, Ella Fink, Lakin Hill, Thomas Hinman, Landon Kleinman, Aaron Leslie, Brinley Mason, Kaysen Miller, Creed Miller, Sophia Richards, Raven Shankweiler, Olivia Wang, Amelia Wheeler, Cyan Whiteley. Good job, guys. You can give them a round of applause. did have one student, if you guys want to stay up here for just 1 minute, I did have one student reach 250 points for the year, and that is Dakota Gibson. All right, if you want to take any pictures, go ahead and give them a round of applause. And I'm going to pass the microphone to Mrs. Conkle.
Good morning. I'm going to start my awards with the B Honor Roll. I have Amelia Bertram, Riley Kraft, Luke Ferguson, Solomon Hansel, Mia Jackson, and Caitlin Lewis. Next, my A Average Honor Roll. Kellen Armstrong, April Berry, Kate Bloom, Kingston Campbell, Crew Plummer, Brady Sampson, Maverick Simon, Blakely Souders, Grayson Wagner, Cyan Whiteley, Jacob Witt, and Stevie Weeby. And my All A Honor Roll, Reese Stang. Next, I will do my Berg Way. My Berg Way boy recipient is Grayson Wagner. And my girl recipient is Amelia Bertram. the number ninja. These students went above and beyond on our IXL program. My first recipient is Ella Fink for mastering 71 math skills on IXL. Thomas Hinman for mastering 75 skills on IXL. And then Brinley Mason for mastering 93 skills on IXL. I'll pass the mic to Mrs. Holback.
Good morning, guys. I'm going to start with my B honor roll, Sailor Hill, Erin Leslie, Sophia Richards, Kai Watson. Next up I have A average, Lucy Barber, I don't think she's here today, Elle Glockner, Shaylin Hall, Creed Miller, Zane Page, Bentley Sanders, I don't think he's here, Callie Wallace. And that is my A average. Next up, I have my All A, Bryce Evans, don't believe he's here today, Alex Fannin, Landon Kleinman, and that is my All A. All right, let's give them another round of applause. Good job, guys. Okay, next up for my homeroom, I have the Berg Way Award. And again, this was a tough one. I had some really good kids in my homeroom. But this year's awards goes to Landon Hildreth and Abby Rollins. And for my last awards, this is a vocabulary.com award. Vocabulary.com is something that we do in my class, and it is something that is heavily emphasized on our state test. So I do have 5 recipients of this award who mastered words throughout the school year. If you guys could come up, I have Ross Irwin. He mastered 139 words. Kason Miller, who mastered 152 words. Alex Fannin mastered 158 words. It's a close tie there with you guys. Lakin Hill, who mastered 161 words. And Jonah Lindsay Whiteley, who mastered 292 words. All right, next up I'll have Mr. Mouse come up so he can give out his certificates. Thank you.
Good morning, guys. Just a reminder to be please respectful for this last group here. Give you guys a professional courtesy. With that being said, I just want to tell you guys all that I'm super proud of you guys. My homeroom, you guys give me like those bright and shining faces every morning. You gave me like something to wake up and act with purpose for you guys. I was happy to be with you guys all day. All right, we'll start off with our B honor roll. So I got Cody Gibson. Walters, Kaylin Boyd, Sophia Burchett, Raven Schunkweiler, Josiah Clark, Liam Riggs, good job, Liam. All right, then on to the A honor roll. A average, we got Amelia Willer. Good job, Amelia. Dash Perkins. Dash. Lily. All A honor roll, we had Bryn Williams, Parker Glockner, Casey Miller, Ava Kate, all right, give them a round of applause for that. Right, and then for my Berg way, these two were really excellent. Never had a single problem out of them. Always respectful, sitting up in class, building those good relationships with your classmates. It's been impressive watching you two all year. Doing a great job, just exemplifying the Berg way. So for the girl, Lily, don't go too far. Good job, Lily. Finally, Dash. Excellent job. All right, and then for my academic award, social studies is a little bit trickier to pin down, but it's all about how humans interact with each other. And then we ended this 9 weeks talking about choices and how they have an impact on our relationships, how they have an impact on our future. And then there was 2 particular students on our final project we did was a slideshow, and they just really knocked it out of the park and showed like a real effort and have demonstrated throughout the year as well, that their choices do have an impact on those around them. And they just show me every day, in and out, that yes, I want to keep making these choices, keep building these good relationships, and hopefully improve the lives of those around me and themselves. So the first one I have is Ella Fink. And then Stevie Weeby, I guess she's not here though, but Stevie Weeby. Again, good job this year, guys.
Okay, we do have one more award. Like I said, I just received this morning, so they didn't even know until I announced them. But we participated in the Scioto Soil and Water Conservation District Art Contest this year. And of those schools, we actually had the first and second place art winner. So apparently we cleaned house with that one as well. So I would like to I do not have the money right now. I believe Mrs. Reitzel does, but I do want to say to these students, come on up. Olivia Wang finished second place. Olivia will receive a certificate and $25, probably tomorrow. Oh, you already got it, awesome. Have up front. And then I don't think this person did, but the winner of the art contest was awarded to Danny Osier, first place, $50. Awesome job. You guys can have a seat. Thank you. So apparently Mrs. Gullett and I are on the same wavelength. You know, unfortunately, you know, on one hand, the kids didn't get to see a light for our building. Kind of get emotional a little bit, but Mrs. Smith was a great human being, and she used to always say, be the light. Unfortunately, Mrs. Smith lost her battle with cancer this year. And it was a very difficult time for our teachers, especially our school and our community. What I would tell you, fifth graders, is what you can do. I know you didn't spend a lot of time with Mrs. Smith, but I can promise you she wanted to spend time with you, okay? And we're very thankful for Mr. Mass coming in and saving the day and being here all year. And I know many of you developed good relationships with him. But I do want to honor Mrs. Smith a little bit, and I want to tell you guys that you need to be the light for her moving forward, okay? She was an awesome, awesome lady, awesome mother, awesome teacher, and you know, it's a difficult thing for us to even talk about. I know it happened around Christmas time, but when you have a strong relationship with somebody, that never goes away. And we also appreciate your prayers for our other staff members that are going through similar things, or maybe you're going through similar things with your family. So I'm not ending on a somber note, but I do want you to know that she often said, be the light. And every year, I'd say, what are you focused on, Mrs. Smith? And she said, I'm just focused on being a light for others. And I think that's a great way to kind of segue into moving forward in your life. Be a light for somebody. Be a light for somebody. So first off, we are blocking elementary traffic right now, as I've been radioed about 12 times today. So we're going to try to sign out as quickly as we can. And I'm going to do it this way. So our teachers have a sign-out sheet. Hold them up, please. Okay, we're going to do it this direction. So Mrs. Gullett's homeroom, I want you in the far back corner by the elementary gym. Take your certificates with you. There you go, E. And parents, if you want to take pictures or sign them out, Mrs. Gullett's homeroom, you can see your kids, you can go back to that corner. Mrs. Conkle's homeroom, this corner. Mrs. Holback's homeroom, the far back corner. Mrs. Carell's homeroom over here in this corner. And Mr. Mass's homeroom right in the middle. Thank you for coming.
I finally got that. Got it done. All right.